ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your man Z Moose coming at you live from the Bentley Moose Den. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the dorm room. We are rocking out for the next couple of months in my little cubicle, in my little world with Gordon Gekko right above my desk. You know it, a poster of the Geckmeister. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a very interesting day today. We were very, very choppy for the most part. When we take a look at the S&P futures, the S&P E-minis, and the NASDAQ 100 E-minis, you can see very clearly that there was chop. We had about a 12-handle range in the NASDAQ, and we had about an 8-handle range in the S&P E-minis. So it was a decent day for chop, but it was still a very choppy day. What led the market higher in the morning? Let's move over to light sweet crude. That is what led the market much higher this morning. Great inventory numbers. Huge spike higher. And when I'm saying huge, I mean huge. 75.75 to about 76.40. Enormous. Yes, enormous. A huge move in the matter of 5 minutes. From there, we kind of tapered off, centered around the VWAP and the 34 EMA on the 5-minute, and then we just launched. We absolutely launched higher, above 76.50, all the way to 77, formed a high-end tight, and just kept going all the way into mid-afternoon. NYC lunch hours hitting the 50% fib level, and if we bring up that daily chart so you know what fib levels we're looking at here, these are the fib levels that we're looking at here. All the way back from the 4th of August to the bottom here on the 25th of August. Oil took a large dump. Remember, we are looking, ladies and gentlemen, at the November contract. All right, so moving back, checking out the NASDAQ and the S&P futures. We had actually a pretty interesting day. VWAP and the 34 EMA were treated very nicely as support and resistance levels. Resistance levels early in the morning until the crude report came out. We pushed much, much higher into the 1140, 1144 area. Chopped around there for quite some time at around 2 o'clock, 30 minutes before oil closed. And before that, we touched upon VWAP, held the 34 EMA, really started to squeeze, and then we tanked hard. If we take a look at the NASDAQ, it's not really a good interpretation of what really occurred today in the market. The NASDAQ was much more choppy than the overall market itself, and the S&P is actually a pretty good designation as to what happened today. Held resistance very nicely, kind of formed a little bit of a double top before breaking down. We did hold day lows, though, on that afternoon decline. We pushed higher as well. Again, going back to the 34 EMA and VWAP, we held it very nicely on the NASDAQ 5-minute chart as well. Volume was decent today. We have had, if we look at yesterday and today's volume, a little lighter than yesterday, but still a good amount of volume. Not really looking at that sell-off from yesterday that was led by Apple. Some people are calling it the flash crash of Apple Incorporated. I call it ridiculous. I think that's a good enough definition for what occurred yesterday. I was not in at the time that happened. I wish I was. It would have been very interesting to watch. But the main thing to continue to watch is crude here. It's been quite some time, weeks, since we've seen the 50% fib retracement from that August 4th, August 25th high-low. So continue to watch, see if we hold here. Last time we did not hold. We formed a higher low and bounced off of that higher low. Very nice base at around 74 over the last couple of days. And from there, we have really launched higher. The inventories helped out a nice bit today. But something to continue to watch is that $77 level. We hit 78 today, didn't hold it, but we hit it. Continue to watch it. Continue to pay attention to your indicators. The SMI 5/7 works very, very nicely. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic evening, and I will see you on the stream tomorrow.